I believe that any type of education can be great, but an education about ourselves can create something wonderful. I am a comedian, but people have called me a motivational speaker. I don't really consider myself that at all. My father is my true inspiration. He's a motivational speaker, so he does a fine job of guiding me. People always accuse me of being motivational in a way, like it was a bad thing, but that's just how I was raised. My mom raised me in a positive environment, with lots of love in my heart, and that reflects in my music. Marvin's motivational moments actually started as something that was actually therapeutic for me. I would sit up late at night after my wife passed trying to adjust to being alone. I'm not one for those motivational speeches. I've always been more of an example guy. I'm a motivational speaker, so I'm going to look at something in as much of a positive way as possible. I was perceived to be a first, third rounder. I kind of had a tough junior year and fell to the 5th round. At that time, it was motivational. Accept the challenges so that you can feel the exhilaration of victory. A good plan violently executed now is better than a perfect plan executed next week. You need to overcome the tug of people against you as you reach for high goals. Never, never, never give up. If you're going through hell, keep going. Get action. Seize the moment. Man was never intended to become an oyster. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. There's a way to do it better, find it. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time. You have to learn the rules of the game. And then you have to play better than anyone else. The past cannot be changed. The future is yet in your power. I'd rather attempt to do something great and fail than to attempt to do nothing and succeed. Problems are not stop signs, they are guidelines. Fear of failure, it's the greatest motivational tool. It drives me and drives me and drives me. There is no stronger case for the motivational power of real science than the discoveries that come from the Hubble Space Telescope as it unravels the mysteries of the universe. People say dream big, that's kind of one of those motivational sayings, but I would dream hard, meaning I just wanted it so badly, I could feel it. I want to be motivational and inspirational for everybody. My big aim is more women on bicycles. We need to accept that the commandments of God aren't just a long list of good ideas. They aren't life hacks from an internet blog or motivational quotes from a Pinterest board. I like to put on hardcore when I have to clean my apartment, which I hate to do, but it's motivational. I like old heavy metal when I'm outside working on my car. Music has definite functions for me. People always need to hear good motivational speeches. Motivational speaking became my career. Who would ever have thought it? The people that are feeding you the information on things that I like, love life, believe in yourself, be motivational, give your time to things and meditate, they're all older people who are well into their 50s and have had careers, and for me, at this point, I'm the young ambassador for this whole lifestyle of making your mentality a reality. My first book was called Mountain, Get Out of My Way, where I did an autobiographical sketch, if you will, looking back at myself and looking back at things in my life, and juxtaposing them against things that are happening in other people's lives and trying to be motivational. I'm going to write a book, continue acting, continue motivational speaking and just share with people who I am and what I've learned in my second chance of life and pass it on to people in their first chance of life. Stoking fears of a potential shutdown is a strong motivational tool to get members on board with legislation that they don't want to support. Both parties are guilty of this. I taught myself how to be a speaker on Google. I just Googled how to be a motivational speaker. I told myself that I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I wanted to write a book, graduate college, have my own family, and have my own career. The occasional motivational speech gig tends to pay better than the books and television. Choosing a system is no longer enough, coaches have to be psychologists and motivational leaders too. I used to watch a lot of motivational films and videos to remain positive. Madam Walker was a master marketer. But her brilliance was in taking it to another level by training women, by traveling, by making very motivational speeches, and by providing independent income for women who otherwise would have to be maids and sharecroppers. Top of form. My mum was massively important to everything I've done, and now her memory is a motivational tool for me. I find that as an athlete, we don't get to speak our mind often or share our hearts. So, I chose motivational speaking to help make a difference. I'm completely honest with everyone I deal with. I genuinely care about people. I want to see people succeed and be the best that they can be. So, I wanted to write a motivational book about life, love, and the pursuit of happiness. I was a motivational speaker and I've been in front of crowds a lot, and I'm very comfortable with that. Zidane transmits a very clear idea to the players. He doesn't need to give a 20-minute motivational talk, he doesn't need it. With his presence alone, he achieves what he wants. His personality is synonymous with success. I've always thought of acting as more of an exercise in empathy, which is not to be confused with sympathy. You're trying to get inside a certain emotional reality or motivational reality and try to figure out what that's about so you can represent it. You hope to bring your A game to any game, and of course you do in a final. You hope to bring experience, fitness, communication skills, motivational skills. I listen to a lot of TED Talks and motivational speakers. It's definitely a motivational factor, becoming a 3-organization world champion. One day, I got so disgusted that I sat down and wrote a list called Justin's List of Things to Do Before He Kicks the Bucket. I wrote it for myself and shortened it to Justin's Bucket List. It was there on the wall, not as a story idea but as a motivational tool for myself, which actually ended up working pretty well. One of the things that I did before I ran for president is I was a professional speaker. Not a motivational speaker, an inspirational speaker. Motivation comes from within. You have to be inspired. That's what I do. I inspire people, I inspire the public, I inspire my staff. I inspired the organizations I took over to want to succeed. Speeches. I don't ever feel like I'm giving a speech. I don't look at myself as a motivational speaker. I love people who Instagram story themselves running and they'll tag me or they'll send me a message and they'll be like, wow, this is so motivational and so inspirational. I have never moved away from my mainstay, trying to address all the environmental issues that come to me. I consult with law firms in the US, Australia, the UK, Italy, Greece, and India to begin to address environmental disasters. I do motivational speaking. I'm on the PlayStation, or else I go out and play football. I enjoy movies and sitcoms. I love reading motivational books too. I went to a motivational training course once, a course of self-discovery, and I found out after a week that my fear, It was not a fear of not being accepted, it was a very violent fear of failure. Giving back, doing motivational speeches and stuff like that, that's always made me feel good. If you repeatedly go out there, and you are the change that you want to see, then that's what you are. Religious speech is extreme, emotional, and motivational. It is anti-literal, relying on metaphor, allusion, and other rhetorical devices, and it assumes knowledge within a community of believers. I'm thrilled to continue my partnership with you by Cotex for Generation O while helping to empower girls. I've always been a motivational resource for my younger sisters and hope I can positively impact and inspire other young girls too. I can't put this down. I'm reading it in Spanish, but I am still having English lessons. It is a motivational book about basketball legend Michael Jordan. His determination was inspiring. It helps me focus and drives me on. You cannot compare Pep to any Brazilian coach. If you put all Brazilian coaches together, you would get Pep. One has motivational skills, another is tactically strong. But Pep has it all. Before I play matches, I'm always switching myself on. That's why I have that walk-on music 2 Steps from Hell. They produce really good motivational gladiator-style music. As soon as that music comes on, I'm switched on and I'm ready for a brawl. I started doing motivational tours. I've seen all kinds of people, from the CEOs to the lowest executive, opening up to their fears. We don't introspect as much as we should. I like motivational books, because I like the go-getting American spirit. Your destiny is in your own hands, life is what you make it, don't accept your limitations, jump before you're pushed, leap before you look. I want to build a legacy at the WWE, but I definitely want to continue to grow the Bella Empire. I want it to go beyond the ring. I would love to be a motivational speaker. Church is definitely still present in my life. Every Sunday I'm tuned in, and then throughout the week I read scriptures, I read motivational messages. I have given motivational speeches at IIT and other well-known establishments. I want to appeal to the people, and therefore, I talk from the heart. Our subliminal mental processes operate outside awareness because they arise in these portions of our mind that are inaccessible to our conscious self. Their inaccessibility is due to the architecture of the brain rather than because they have been subject to Freudian motivational forces like repression. Ever since I was a kid, I knew I could play in the NFL because I had a knack for the game. But I can't play this game forever. When I'm finished, maybe I'll become a motivational speaker, maybe a preacher. But children need to know that life may be hard, but you can always overcome. The Village Voice gave me an outlet. They encouraged writers to publish idiosyncratic, intellectually ambitious journalism in voices that ranged from demonic to highfalutin. And they paid me well once the magazine was unionized. Getting paid is motivational. One of the hidden benefits of me being a student manager at Kentucky was me having the responsibility of driving Rick Pitino to his motivational speaking engagements. Sometimes I'll put on a Zig Ziglar tape. He's a motivational speaker who is really funny and really American. I know I should do the things he says, but I'm too cynical. I realized I love motivating, and I love empowering, and I love inspiring people. I did that as an athlete for 18 years, and I am able to do that as a motivational speaker now, as well as doing work on television. Oh, I would love to be a motivational speaker. I have pulled myself out of a million potholes, and I can see the potholes ahead of me. That doesn't mean that I could always do that so perfectly for my own life. I totally fall in potholes. Throughout my career, the pounding in my heart, The fright has been ever present, but I never turned back. Fear can be a highly motivational part of the journey. I've a great family, 2 children to take care of. Then, of course, I do commentary for TV. I do speak about various women's issues around the world, like LGBT, motivational speeches. I have a lot on my plate right now. But eventually, yes, I would like to pass on the knowledge and something that I would like to do. Earl Nightingale has inspired more people towards success and fortune than any other motivational speaker on the planet. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. The Gunner Challenge offers new workouts every day, a meal plan and daily verbal vitamins, which are a motivational video or workout tip. The thing that really makes the program work is the forum, where challengers can communicate with each other and with me. I'm a wrestler with 9 toes. I'm a wrestler who has been through a lot of battles. I get to do a lot of motivational speaking, and people are blown away and say, "You never quit. You keep coming back." After my ski jumping career finished, I went back to school to study law, and now I travel between 5 to 20 times a year doing after-dinner speaking, motivational talks, appearances, openings, TV and radio shows. The Duke family, those are my brothers, and it's something I'll always take with me. Coach K, he gives me a lot of motivational things and checks in on me and my family. He knows where my heart is.